All right. I don't even know how we start.
How you start your other one?
And you come.
There you go.
All right. Hey, welcome to Move Abroad and Thrive. Today I have a special treat for you all. We have an entire family. The first time with 4 people, the husband, the wife, and the children. This is Ken. This is his wife, Nas, daughter, Mackenzie, and Peyton. They've been here for about 9 months now. They've made the journey from Atlanta. All right, we in Mexico. Power just shut down right in the middle of this filming, man. But we just roll with it. Y'all had any power outages since y'all been here?
We have. But just like how it just went out and blinked and came back, we've been fortunate to have those kind of outages. We had one extended outage, maybe like 4 hours, but I've heard horror stories, so I'm grateful.
How was it those 4 hours? Were you sweating? Was it at nighttime, morning time?
It was in the nighttime. And we were trying to find cool ground. We were on the ground, literally.
It was wild.
Because it gets hot out here. It definitely gets hot.
Yeah.
So y'all been here 9 months.
Yes.
What do y'all think about it?
I could say this, like I do like it here. I can't say that. But I think that when you say that you're about to do something like this drastic and this big, you do have to weigh the pros and the cons. And you also got to leave a little room for things to change.
Yeah.
But other than that, man, I love it because it's a piece that you couldn't really describe. A person have to come down here to see it, you know.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's definitely an adjustment, but before we came, we binge watched your channel, right? So that's how we found you, and we were like, okay, we feel more comfortable because you gave us insight on what to expect. We came down here with a purpose, though. Like, I have a chronic illness, autoimmune, so I was diagnosed with lupus actually last year, and that triggered this life change because America was stressing us out. We're entrepreneurs. We were literally working 70 hours a week or more. And we were like, we have to make a change, and it's like, well, we started trying to figure out how do you make that change realistically in the States and still maintain a good lifestyle. So that wasn't something that we were finding. So when we learned more about Merida, one of our clients moved here and she's been here for 2 years. She looked like she was living her best life. So we're like, you know what? We might as well try it because what's the worst that could happen? And if we don't like it, we could leave,
Wow. So you say you had a friend of mine has lupus and she's in constant pain. You mentioned earlier that you've seen some benefits from, I guess, the lack of stress. How was that?
I'm living my best soft life, okay?
Wow.
Like, I don't do laundry. I don't clean the house. I enjoy cooking now because I don't have to do any of the other stuff, And again, this was something that I didn't really think was possible for me to achieve at this level in life. I'm sorry, y'all, Mexico is fly. As soon as you open the door, a fly gonna come in. Luckily for me, I think I got diagnosed when I started having bad symptoms. Right. So I was having the shoulder pain, the full body pain in my feet, all that stuff. And then since coming here, I haven't had the shoulder pain. I've had a little bit of pain in my feet, but overall, my whole body holistically feels more healed. I'm not stressing, right? I'm not stressing about a lot of things I was stressing about in the States. So I see the benefit.
Wow, I love it. I love it. Because stress is a big thing. And, I remember when you first got here, after y'all moved into this house, you made the comment, this is really my first time being able to cook 3 meals for my children, for my husband. So you really do kind of get your life back. Yeah. Once you, like you said, you come out here with a plan and a purpose.
Right.
What about y'all two? I remember when I first saw y'all, the only thing y'all wanted was to hop in that pool in that Airbnb. What do y'all think about Mexico? How has Mexico been for the two of you all?
I like Mexico. It's not bad. It's I like that it's safe because a lot of kids are getting kidnapped and stuff in America, and I do not want to get kidnapped. So, and the food is good.
And you're
Even
paying,
though,
right?
yes, even though they just put a tortilla down, slap some stuff on it, and call it a day. It's like there's no lettuce, but
Not American style tacos.
yes, they
Yeah,
just slap
yeah.
it on and call it a day.
Okay.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you for that.
Yeah, that already.
Yeah, she ready. Oh, she was ready.
I know.
What about you, Mackenzie? How has Mexico been for you?
I like it, but like I miss my friends a lot, but it's great and I like it. I love the warm weather cuz like you can swim basically every day unless it's raining, which doesn't happen often.
Uh-huh.
And it's great cuz like people can visit you even though they're not living with you. And a lot of things are cheaper, so like you can get more stuff. So it's great.
affordable.
There you go. I
Because
love
they pay bills, right? They have jobs. Wow.
So what's school like for y'all? What's a typical day like? Cause y'all in school, right? What grade are you in?
I'm about to be in 4th grade once we go back to America, but right now
Well, you're here, so when school starts back, you'll be in 4th grade here.
And what about you? What grade are you
So
in?
she's in 3rd grade, I'm in 4th grade, and yeah, it's great.
So what do you like? What do you not like about being in Mexico? I know you mentioned not being able to talk to your friends back at home. Anything you don't like since being here? And be honest, you don't have to hold back.
That's really it, but like it's hard because like you can't understand people and you have to learn it, but like I haven't found like anything that really helps you learn it fast, I guess, because like Duolingo helped a little bit, but like it didn't really help a lot. So yeah, because you can't really pronounce words, and when you look at the words, you pronounce it the wrong way, and you're not really learning that way. Well, you're learning the wrong way.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. I appreciate y'all's input. There's a lot of other children y'all's age that are listening in and watching and want to kind of get an idea of what it's like from you all's perspective. You all will probably notice every now and again, I guess the microphone was getting a little close to her mouth and the sister was pulling it down, so their mom and dad, they do a lot of video production and marketing and stuff. And so I guess the kids have learned
Yeah.
teaching them what to do and what not to do and whatnot. So what is your business? What do you all do? How does it work?
So we have two sides of our business. I'm the back end bestie. That's what I'm called. So I do automations for businesses.
Okay.
And that's a part of why we're here because I needed to find a way to slow down. So we fully automated our business and then we shifted all of our clients to automation. So there's not too much that they have to do manually. Most of their processes are automated.
I think about 6 years now.
Yeah.
We've been doing video production. We started just doing local work with some of the people that were in Atlanta. And we were doing just like brand profiles, commercials and everything. And then we moved up to doing like photography. And then we also started to do websites and things like that. So we're just helping people with their business as far as on the front end. And now it's just helping on the back end as far as the automations and everything.
Awesome. So let me ask you this. A lot of people have a business back at home in the States. A lot of people feel they have to stay in, manage it, and run it, and can't leave. How has that transition been for you all? Was that something you all were nervous about, making the move here with your business and company primarily back in the States?
Yeah, honestly, we were like for the longest time, we didn't even tell our clients because we didn't want them to feel like, oh no, you're not here and start panicking. But we actually was like, you know what, we're here. This is our life. So we started, little by little explaining that to our clients like, hey, we're not here. So surprisingly enough, they fly Ken back to the States.
Wow. Okay, okay.
Yes, and then like I told you, my side is digital,
Okay,
right? So I'm a digital nomad now. That wasn't the case before. Like I was having to meet with clients in person, go to their businesses, run things, set things up for their operations. And so because we were able to fully automate that, I'm able to stay here and enjoy Mexico. And Ken is on a plane every other month
Wow.
doing something.
So you go back and forth every other month at the client's expense, so they pay for you to come back.
Yeah.
I like that because oftentimes when you start to make these changes and you kind of create roadblocks for yourself and be like, man, it doesn't make sense and it won't work. But now the act of taking the faith step and moving out, now clients are saying, hey, we'll pay for your plane ticket to come back to continue to work with us. So what's that like going back and forth from here to there and all of that?
So it is good. I can't say I've been on the plane way more than I ever have what I'm saying, in these last 5 years. But I think for the viewers, if they definitely want to know about that, the tickets be fluctuating and everything like that. So that's a big thing. Recently in I think March, they started doing direct flights.
Okay.
They weren't doing direct flights from Merida to Atlanta.
Okay.
So they opened that back up, but it has become a little bit pricey. So sometimes we go to Cancun and fly them at Cancun because it's a little bit cheaper.
Okay.
Yeah, man, I like it. I definitely like it. We have been developing the software that Nas uses with her clients or whatever. So that's the thing that we really want to push out there now because.
But you tired of flying? Is that what you're trying to say? You tired of getting on plane?
Hey, I do it now. I do it for the family.
Yeah.
But nah, I think that's the thing. When you come down here, it makes a lot of sense to be a digital nomad because if you can't really work abroad, it is tough. I could be honest. I was in Atlanta this past week, and the hurricane was about to come.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I don't want to be in Atlanta and then my family down here and I'm not there. So I had to turn down another shoot because I had one more shoot that I had to do before I came back. And I had to tell them like, look, man, I'm gonna have to go home.
Yeah.
Luckily, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
But that's something that you don't have to think about when you in the States because you don't get a lot of hurricanes.
Well, in Atlanta,
where
we
we
did.
at. Where we at. So that's just a thing, man. All these different, things you have to weigh. Like when we first came down here, that wasn't even on my mind at all.
Yeah.
Like all you thinking about, is like, oh man, like we can go down there and live good and we can eat good. We, what I'm saying, it's safe, but it's all the little small stuff that you wouldn't think of until you actually come and experience it.
Yeah.
Now, to be honest with you, is that a deterrent? Nah.
No.
I'm glad that we made that decision. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I am glad that
And God, he does something special, because even with us coming here, like we had a plan, kind of, you're like, make your plan. All right, we made a plan, but like God came in and was like, no, I'm gonna switch it. Like you couldn't have told us that Ken was gonna be flying back and forth. Wow. You know what I mean? But God is so good because he was like, while you're getting this new business up and running, I'm gonna still sustain you. And when he gets flown out, that's like 2 months worth of income.
Wow.
Because we're here. That wouldn't have been 2 months worth of income in Atlanta.
Wow. Yeah. So opportunities just seem to open up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because we took the leap. Like you said, we took that faith leap and God was like, okay, I'm going to meet you halfway now.
I love it. If people needed help with your services, automation, business, video production and stuff like that, how can they find you?
So a couple different ways. So for the marketing piece is paymac.co and we can drop it down below too for you guys. And then for the automation piece is the startuppro.io. So, and it assists with all different industries, and really different levels of your business. So we have packages to accommodate different income levels because we understand that what our business assists small businesses, right? So, that's how we started our business. We wanted to specifically help African American business owners with their businesses because we saw a lack. We saw that, our community didn't have the best quality content all the time and, just the best of the best. And we're like, in order to compete in the market, you got to be able to compete.
Yeah.
So for me, backendbestie.com, the Startup Pro, those are some ways that you can contact us for the automations.
Okay, perfect. So we'll put the links down below. You all have residency, right?
Yes, temporary residence.
How was, because I know there's quite a few business owners that are watching. What was the process like in terms of getting residency? Because typically many people, they just need to have a job or pension,
Right.
retirement income. Business owners, I hear different stories.
Yeah.
How was it difficult?
It wasn't difficult at all. Like, it's so funny because we prayed about that whole situation because we're business owners. And ironically, in 2023, we weren't really paying ourselves. Like, we had started to kind of dial back and our business started dialing back. So we weren't paying ourselves a paycheck every month like we normally were. So when it was time to apply for the residency and they were like, oh, you have to prove financial solvency, I was like, well, how are we going to do that? Because we don't have pay stubs.
Yeah.
So we prayed. We're like, well, God, if you want this to go through, you're going to make it go through. So we just took our business bank account up there.
Really?
And that's all they took from us.
Wow.
And she was literally was like, why are you going? And we told her, and then she's like, okay, come back at 2 to pick up your papers.
So they just wanted to see the monthly minimum amount deposited into your bank
right
account.
And it was under our business name, so I guess they just wanted to we were proving that we can take care of ourselves here. I think that's what they care about the most. And like you said, I've heard horror stories. Like, even before we went that day, like the night before, I was on Facebook and this lady was like, I got denied because one of my stubs wasn't enough and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, we don't even have pay stubs. So what's about to happen to us? So it was definitely the grace of God. But I will say Atlanta's Mexican consulate was a very smooth process.
Wow.
Very smooth process.
I love it.
Yeah.
And the reason I asked that, somebody was asking me that yesterday. It was like, hey, all I got is Cash App deposits. And I'm like, I don't know how that's going to work out. But so, okay, that's good to know. So Atlanta, you take your bank statements in.
Take your bank statements. Make sure if you are using things like Cash App, and Cash App connects to Square. You know what I mean? So if you want to legitimize your business, definitely set up a Square account as well. You can still take your Cash App payments and it'll deposit with Square as well. And then you can have that record keeping if they need any additional information. But definitely set up a business bank account if you're a business owner, no matter how you're getting your deposits. Because it's just good to be legitimate. You never know what you're going to need it for. And Wells Fargo, super easy. It's like $50 is all you need to set up a business bank account. So highly recommend.
I love it. Great tips, y'all. Good information. Big challenges. What has been y'all's biggest challenges in terms of adjusting, frustrations, headaches, things you don't like? What are some of those things?
I'll say for me, the customer service is definitely different here.
You're right.
So, like, I know one experience I had, I was so annoyed because we had got bathing suits. First of all, a lot of the places here don't have dressing rooms, right? So when you buy clothes, you can't try them on. So we had got some bathing suits. I got some bathing suits for the girls from Walmart. Now, Walmart is a universal place in my mind. So I'm like, the same rules apply.
Yeah.
So I tried to take the bathing suits back because they didn't fit. And the lady was like, oh, we're not taking this back. This is underwear. I said, when? Since when? And so, like, it was like a whole back and forth. And they ended up taking it back because I was like, y'all have to show me this policy. Like, I need to see the policy. And they were trying to tell me that Walmart Mexico is different and all this stuff. So, you have little annoyances like that where the customer is not always right here.
Yeah.
Like, whatever they say goes. If they bring your food out and it's wrong, you still paying for it. Like little stuff like that. those have been challenges to me because I'm real big on customer service and me being right. And
Yeah, right.
so those have been my challenges.
I think the challenges that I see here is, I mean, it's just how you look at it. When most people come, they rent. We're renting right now. Your landlord is not really responsible, you know what I'm saying, for some of the things that you have to fix in the house or whatever, which is, it's not too bad. But the thing that gets me is you can hire someone and they could take about 36 hours if they want to come. You know, if you hire them to come out tomorrow, they might not come out tomorrow. So you just got to be okay with that, man. And like I said, it's just a different way of life. You know, money doesn't move the average Mexican. You know what I'm saying? Like that when it comes to down here. You can't come down here with this
American
mindset where it's like, nah, man, they said that they was going to be here then and they not here. You know, they don't care nothing about that. They don't care nothing about it. Not at all. You know what I'm saying? Not even a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's going to have you to like slow down a little bit.
and be patient.
And be patient.
Yeah,
you know?
I definitely am working on my patience. Especially when you go somewhere and they have long lines.
Oh
like,
my God.
But everybody's chilling, and the Americans are the only ones in the line, like burning up. Like, come on, like, what's up? Like, you know. So I think we're picking up good habits.
Yeah.
That's what I would say. Like through our challenges, we are definitely picking up better habits here.
Wow. I tell you, you know, that line, it's hard getting used to that line. Even today, I mean, up until today, I will go in that store, load my basket up, go to the checkout, and the lines are way halfway back the other length of the middle of the store, and I'm like, I can't do it today. And I'll just leave my basket and walk out. And so, I mean, it will try your patience. I've gotten better with that, but it's just some things it drives me insane. And it's the little things that are almost break you. It ain't the big stuff. You know what I mean? It's the little thing like the guy not showing up when he think he gonna show up.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? Have you had any moments at all when you were like, listen, I'm done with this place. I'm frustrated.
Not yet.
Yeah,
Not yet. Even, you know, right now we're in the rainy season, so sometimes, you know, these lights be going out. You know what I'm saying? And they not just the quickest to come and fix it, you know what I'm saying, or anything like that. And like now I was saying, you know, one of the times we had to kind of like get low because, you know, the heat rises. You know what I'm saying? So it was hot.
It was hot.
It was hot.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, even with that, it's a thing where it's like, man, I'm still grateful, man, regardless of whatever. Because I mean, the experience is like no other. And then when you go down the street, because where we stay at right now, we stay outside of like the city, so it's a very rural area. It's a very rural area. So, you know, you might see a nice house right here. Then next to this house, it's a smaller house, what they call as casitas. And you just like, dang, like I'm sitting here tripping, and I got all of this luxury or whatever, and they smiling through everything.
Yeah.
Some of them don't even have the ACs.
You know, man, no windows on the windows.
No windows or nothing, you know what I'm saying? And buzz everywhere. They going.
All of them flying up there.
You know what I'm saying? You really can't knock it until you come down here and you really like immerse yourself in the culture and really experience it. You know?
Absolutely.
And I will say, I think honestly for me, my biggest challenge is them not just fully wanting to be here. You know what I mean? They're kids, you know what I mean? So I understand, like, as a parent, you know, knowing that they're not 100% happy is a challenge. But then it's like, well, let's go somewhere because we can afford it.
Exactly.
Like, let's go to the resort. Like, over spring break, we went to a resort up the street. You know what I mean? Like, just the things that we can do for them here that we weren't just so quick to do in America because we were either working a lot or we're like, you know, it's not in the budget right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
So y'all live in, picking up from what you were saying, you're out in the rural area. They're out here in Concal. So I know y'all haven't lived in the city, but y'all stayed in the Airbnb when
Yeah,
you
in the
first
city.
got here. Do you feel how do you feel living further out? Do you feel you're missing anything from being inside the city? Because y'all have a car and everything.
Yeah. I think because we have a car, it's
Yeah,
easier.
it's easier. And then also in Atlanta, we stayed on the outskirts anyway. You know what I'm saying? So we used to living out in like the rural part
Okay.
of where we live in. So the only thing that I would just say when the power goes out, we're not the first on
Yeah, we ain't, yeah, we on the
we ain't the
list.
first on the list. You know what I'm saying? So, you know. But yeah, no, it's cool, man. It's cool.
Wow. You know, because of this hurricane that was supposed to come a week ago, it made me realize, you know, like you say, one of the inconveniences, the power going out often. And in my neighborhood, about maybe a month ago when we had some other strong winds, a tropical storm, and our power was out for like 3 nights. I drove up the street and everybody in my neighborhood, they had generators.
Wow.
And so I was like, okay. I'm like, all right, I probably should have had a generator 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, but it was like they understood this is an essential thing to have. And so now it is my plan to be trying to find a generator within another week or two.
Yeah.
Because and for me, it's like, all right, if I'm gonna live out here, especially during rainy season, they say there's gonna be a very active hurricane season this year, so we're probably gonna see more outages. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get a generator. So I've been researching it, and I'm realizing I'm like, soon if the power goes out for 2 or 3 hours, I could just hit the switch.
Yeah.
And keep my air conditioning running.
Yeah.
Keep my lights running. Keep my internet going. Kids could be on Wi-Fi. And I'm like, and I started pricing some of these generators. It's only like $600-$700. I'm like,
It's worth it.
I would have spent that much going to the hotel for 3 days because my wife was pressing me.
Yeah.
If power's out for another day, we going to the hotel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like a lot of the stuff, the inconveniences, there's a solution for it, you know, if you're wise enough to take it. And for 3 years, I just kept pushing it off. But now I'm like, nah,
Gotta do it.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. So when the power go out next time, I'll be
You'll
ready.
have your generator.
Like I said, I saw them folks with their stuff on, man. I was like, everybody still got their lights, except me. You know?
Hey, good luck.
Same thing too.
Yeah, and good luck finding a generator because I know when the hurricane was
Yeah.
coming, we put a video on our channel. We went to like 5 stores and they were all out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I can say that's a good tip. You know, be proactive, man.
Yeah, don't wait till
That's
you
it.
need it. And by the way, I love that Amazon comes to Concao because I be on Amazon like every day.
Really?
So do.
It comes right to my door. And
does.
sometimes they leave it with the security, you know, just to make sure I get it and it's safe. I love Amazon Mexico.
Oh, my
Just a little side note. If you love Amazon, you won't miss out being here.
But a lot of people do ask about that Amazon. Did they come pretty quick?
Yes.
It's
I have Amazon Mexico Prime. Now, what I'm noticing is that Prime in the US, it used to work on my Amazon Mexico account, but it doesn't anymore. So now I have 2 Prime accounts.
So you do got to go into the Mexico and upgrade to the Prime.
Correct.
Now, y'all imported your car, and what was that process like? Was it difficult?
Nah, it wasn't difficult at all, man. Like, we actually got a cool guy, Alex, I think that's his name.
We had to, what is he called? A broker.
Okay.
Yeah,
So we had to get a broker. So we actually had to use 2 companies.
Okay.
Our car was in Atlanta, so we had to get someone to pick up our car in Atlanta. That was the first company, and they had to drive it to the port in Florida, which was in Panama City.
Okay.
So we paid for that. That was less than $1,000. So that was good. And then once they got the car, they picked it up, and it was there at the port for like maybe 3 days, and then they put it on the boat and shipped it, and that was maybe another 3 days, 4 days.
Yeah. And then we went to,
yeah.
I had to go to Progreso to sign off on a couple of documents. And it's just exactly how you get your resident fee or whatever. He's going to call me back in October sign some more papers, and then I'll be good to go for like 3 more years, and then it just keep going like that. So it's cool, man. Like
It was worth it too. For
yeah, it's definitely worth it, man. I know a lot of expat, they scared to drive down.
Yeah.
Now, hey, I don't know where you from.